Step 1.
I have a number 12 2 extra short shank hook in the vise to tie this fly. We could use one size larger, number 10, or one size smaller, number 14, to tie the same pattern. The thread is 8/0 dark olive pre-waxed to lay a nice foundation.
Step 2.
The shell back we're going to be using is from cock pheasant center tail fibers. About a dozen fibers will be used to tie it in.
Does it matter where you take the fibers from the feather with this particular fly?
Their fibers are more uniform towards the midsection of the tail.
Notice you clip them off right away.
Just to even up the stems to tie in evenly. And I've tied in along the shank of the hook and then finished tying off just before the bend of the hook starts.
Step 3.
We're going to tie in the peacock plastic chenille just behind the eye of the hook, wrap it back to the bend of the hook, and then bring it forward again and tie it off.
Does it matter which direction you wrap this?
It doesn't matter which direction we wrap this material. It'll appear shiny no matter which way we use.
What's the reason you're using a shiny material for this?
We want to try to imitate that little bubble of air that the water boatman grabs before it dives down into the water.
So it's an air-breathing insect.
They're air-breathing insects, and this plastic chenille in the peacock color really adds that impression. And we're just using the scissors now to trim the outlying fibers. Now we're taking the shell back, bringing it forward, pulling hard down to get a nice firm back, and then cinching it or tying it down firmly.
What's the proportion of that? Is that about what you want?
Yeah, we want to just use the straight portion of the hook, and we're already using a short-shanked hook because water boatmen are not a long-bodied insect.
Step 4.
Take our whip finisher now to finish the fly off, get a nice even head.
Keep everything in place.
That's right.
Step 5.
I've threaded a piece of dark olive super stretch floss through a needle, and I'm now going to take the needle and poke it through the mid portion of the peacock plastic chenille above the shank of the hook.
Looks like it's pretty tight through there.
I wound the chenille pretty tight in order to get a good fit or good seal while we're pulling this super stretch floss through.
I guess you won't need glue there, that's for sure.
No, it then removes the task of having to glue it in.
Step 6.
We'll now trim the legs so that they're the similar length and right proportions. Here's the finished simple water boatman.
Does it matter which way the legs are pointing on that?
It doesn't matter as long as they're both pointing the same way.